Friends, you wanted to know how to solve your 3 by 3 Rubik's Cube? So here's is the tutorial. इस बार आपको 3 पार्ट्स में मैं आपको ईजिली सिखाऊंगा ताकि आप आराम से सीख सकें और ईच पॉइंट में आपको अच्छे से क्लियर करूँ। अभी जो आप वीडियो देख रहे हैं वो है पार्ट 1 जिसमें हम सीखेंगे रूबिक्स क्यूब के फर्स्ट लेयर के बारे में। इसके बाद मैं पार्ट 2 लाऊंगा जो होगा सेकेंड लेयर एंड लास्ट पार्ट लाऊंगा जो होगा थर्ड लेयर। सो विदाउट एनी फर्दर डिले लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। First of all, let me give you some general information about the Rubik's Cube. The 3 by 3 Rubik's Cube have 3 types of pieces. One is known as the center, which is having one color. This is known as center. The second piece is known as edges, which is having 2 colors. And the third piece is known as corner, which is having 3 colors. Now, there are some algorithms to solve the Rubik's Cube and you will get it online too. Let's come to the main point. The first algorithm is known as R. So, there are like some rotations. This rotation is known as R and this known as R prime or R inverted. How to difference between R and R prime? It is like the clockwise movement of a side of a Rubik's Cube is known as R and the anti-clockwise is denoted as prime. So my right side, the right layer is R and this one is R prime. Now in the left, it is just inverse. It's come like L and L prime. Why the downward rotation is known as L? Because when you see it like here, it shows the clockwise movement and it shows the anti-clockwise movement. That's why it is L and it is denoted as L prime. The next is upper side. So it is known as U and this is known as U prime. This is known as D and this is known as D prime. Similarly, the front is known as F and this is F prime. Similarly, at the back side, B prime. There are also some other type of algorithm like M prime. And if I rotate the R 2 times, it is denoted as R2. Similarly to the other ones. Now let's come to the main point. What is your first step? While solving a Rubik's Cube, your first step for the first layer is to make a plus or you can say a cross. And one thing you should be knowing that all the edges should be inverted, like the blue center is having the blue color edge piece right in the front side and the white center having the white color right at the front side. So this should be looking like this. The same to be on the red and same on the green and same on the orange. So let's come to the main point. While making a cross in your Rubik's Cube, only takes your common sense. There are no algorithms for forming a cross. Okay, so let's come to the main point. Let me take blue as the center in my front and white as the center in the upside. So I want to have a blue and white edge right here. So let me find it where it is. It is right here. Look. So if I take this edge here and then I rotate it, it gives me a result like this. So it won't be applicable. So what I do, it's just a common thing. I will turn it here and then I'll turn this and then I will turn this. Here you get an inverted piece. Now, similarly, when I comes to orange and white, I have to find an edge which is having white and orange color. So let's find it where it is. Okay, so where it is, right here. So it is right here. I can easily take it to the orange side, and once I'll turn, I get this as the result, and that is absolutely what I want. Similarly, we will apply these in the both centers. So here's the red one, so I'll just take it, it comes here, and in the green one I have to take it right here, it is right here, and here it your cross comes. Now the second step is to get the corners here. So look, so you have to form a triplet. The triplet that I am having in my front is white, blue and orange. So I have to find a corner who is having white, orange and blue. So let's find out where it is. Is it, yeah, right here. So I have to take this corner right in the front. So now I want this corner to come here. So we have a simple algorithm regarding this. The algorithm is R prime, D prime, R, D. 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 So we get the result. You have to apply this algorithm until the corner get in the right position. So once again, let's move to the next one. I want a corner which is having white, orange and green color. Let's find out. Oh, it's right in the downside. Let me take it right here with the same algorithm. R prime, D prime, R, D. 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 We get the corner right here. Now let's come to the next one. We want a corner having, let's find out the corner where it is. Okay, where it is, yeah, right here. So let me take it just in the downside towards this, and now I have to apply the same algorithm. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. Here we get, and now we have to find the corner which is having red, blue and white. So it is right here. Let me take it, and making red in front, I will apply the algorithm. So R prime, D prime, R, D. 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 You got. So I hope you have learned how to make the first layer solve right here, and now in the next video I will teach you how to make your second layer to be solved. So your first layer is solved. I will see you in the next video. For that time, bye bye, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.